Hello, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We're going to the moon. Going to go to the moon and do the other things. Not because it's easy, but because it is hard. And we're going to do it before this episode is out. Maybe not this episode, but maybe one of the next ones. Hopefully, we'll see how long it takes. Anyway, this is the vessel that's going to take us there. We got a command pod with an extra battery on it. Parachutes galore. Couple of solar panels. These are the solar panels that can be retracted. Got ourselves a heat shield and a decoupler this time. Good old fuel tank and the Terrier liquid fuel. We've got Science Juniors and the Mystery Goo on the outside. We've got a Reflectron communications, a Communitron 16. We've got a pressure barometer, an accelerometer, thermometer, and a gravioli detector. And we got a bunch of landing legs. Next, we got a brand C7 brand adapter, which has got fuel in it, which takes us up to the Rocker Max size. Our first usage of a Rocker Max, and with a jumbo orange fuel tank with a little bit extra at the bottom, and a skipper liquid engine. And then we've got the two kickback solid rocket boosters on the outside. All the engines are going to fire at once, certainly apart from the ones on the lander. But the fuel, but we're going to really throttle back the liquid fuel. No need for that. We've got a thrust to weight ratio of 1.91, which is massive, but because we're going to have this really throttled down, it's not going to be that much of a notice here. They then go off from there, and their parachutes go off so that we can recover those bits. I've got some struts as well at the bottom and anchoring them at the top, so hopefully when that breaks off, it'll break off like that and won't crash into it, so there's no need for the separatorons. Struts are there just to help anchor them down here, but we'll see how that goes. What happens next? Once this fuel has all run out, we should hopefully be at the moon, to be honest with you. Certainly on the way to the moon, I hope. These parachutes will be useless and all this will be lost, but we'll see. When they're all done, then we can fire off this, and this gives us just this descent stage. Just to get us down onto the surface of the moon, we'll take our science, we'll get the Kerbal to collect the science and store it in the command pod, because we're going to lose this whole section here. All the science is all going to be lost, so we're going to have to collect it. And then all the parachutes in the world will get us back down safely. So this vessel will be named the Mun Selwood Lander, because Mr. Selwood has sent us some nice comments in YouTube. Again, if you'd send us nice comments, I will rename or name a vessel after you, and you can be part of the moon mission. So let's see, or the mission that we're doing at the time. Let's see how we get on. It's going to be a bit different for us. We don't normally use such a big rocket. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that this is active. It is good. Computer. We're going to set to. I didn't mention we got Jebediah. We'll recover that vessel. Didn't want Jebediah in there. Right, got everything back. Good. Let's try that again. Crew. I want a scientist. Bob. I'm not sure whether. I guess they can, can't they? In that case, I'm going to take Bill. So I'm not going to need to reset these things. I think I can just take the data from them, and I think anyone can do it. So we're going to take Bill. Bill needs XP as well, but we're also taking, now this is only in case it happens, the items that we require to get the satellite that we got in orbit that you may have seen in the previous episode, probably kitted out in order to complete that contract. So if we happen to be in a similar orbit and we have enough delta V and we can attempt a rendezvous, we're going to try using the Kerbal attachment system, which is something that I haven't been able to use before. We got a probe core, so we can use these if we need to, but at the moment we'll head straight up. We'll throttle up high to start with, but we are going to throttle back quite heavily once we get going. So in 3, 2, 1. That's a good start. Taking off quite nicely, nearly up to 100. So we'll start throttling back already. In fact, we are throttled right 0 now, and we're still picking up speed. That's brilliant. And we're going to start our turn pretty early. Not that it's going. There we go. There's only some very light reaction wheels in the top there. This has got gimbal, so we just got to keep an eye if it's. There we go. We're just tipping over a bit, so I'm just going to give it some engine power to help control it. There we go. That's what we're going to need just to control it. There you go. I'm actually quite happy with that roll, so we'll bring that back down again. Right, they've gone. Whoa! Come on, computer, let's control this. Use your gimbal. This isn't looking good. Right, now we should be good. I don't think we should deviate from here. Right, did anyone notice that? I didn't. I think that was a perfect flight. Didn't put any aero on, did I? Any winglets? Bill, I know, you're looking at me as if, how did you forget them? And I have no answer for you, I'm afraid. So we're going to carry on just going a little bit higher now. So we get out of some of this thick atmosphere, and then we'll start to just roll over a little bit. $30,000 meters now. $50 degrees should be good at this height. Let's hit the 45 degrees. It's looking good. 30 degrees. I'm happy with that. Let's go to always 15 degrees because we are nearly at our apoapsis. Go a little bit higher just to be a bit safer. Right, that's good. We probably want to go to 0. Right, where are we? Let's get rid of these probes. Can we? No, apparently we can't. Sometimes you can. I don't quite understand. Right, that will get us into an orbit. Computer, put us on the node. And I'm going to let you execute that burn. 40 seconds is the best time. So our stage has still got a fair amount of delta V. It's got 1,600 meters per second. It's going to take 965 of it to get us into a stable orbit. And in 18 seconds, it's going to fire the engines. Now, why can't I get rid of these probes? There they go. Makes it a bit tidier, doesn't it? This is a contract for a satellite that we're going to do soon. And these are some temperature ones which I really need to do at some stage. They were a bit further away than I thought they were when I accepted that contract, but we'll get round to it. I think we've got about 9 years, so. Oh, right, so the Delta V Stage 5, there we go, that's the one. So we've still got 1,500 left, and we've got 300 odd to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and engine shutdown. We are in a stable orbit. Brilliant. That's the important thing. Stage recovery, we got those stages back, what, 1,500 apiece. Oh, no, that one got about a different amount. I'm confused. Anyway, I'll read that another time. Right, here we are in orbit. Quick save until unless something goes, in case something goes wrong. The Mun. Set as target. Now we find out how bad our launch was. Not too bad. Not too bad. Inclination isn't too bad at all. About here, we would add our maneuver. And this is where we find out whether we think we can do this or not. And we got an encounter. Focus view so we can see the encounter. That's 1,000,000 away. Oh, that's a bit weird. 230,000. Oh, we had some science for a second then. Now, what we can do is if we change our position when we do it, there we go. Wow, it's so finicky, just a little touch. Using less delta V. Bit less delta V. And we change when we do it, we can get a slight. That's about the optimal position by the looks of things. Why do we lose it for a second? Don't know why. Ooh. What's that? Ah, that'll do. That seems pretty close. One. Things will slightly change as we actually do it. So 851. Computer put us on the node. And then execute. We've got 4 minutes to get onto the node. Come on, let's hope we can get round in time. Think we will. Right, next thing then, let's extend our Communitron. Check on the amount of electricity. Yep, barely used any. I will put those out, but I just want to start our burn first, because I don't know how delicate they are, because I've not used them before. I think they're all right. I think they'll be fine, but we'll see. 3 minutes, and we're on our node, so we can accelerate time. Computer will take us out of time acceleration mode and fire the engine. This is going to be enough to get us to the moon with this engine, and certainly the first part of our circularization, if not all of it. And engine shut down. We are going to the moon. CHC is now at 20,000, so that's fine. That's excellent. That was expected. Brilliant. F5 for safety. Just check how we're doing. Let's turn the probes back on again. Find out where we are. Press the backspace key or delete key, and that gets you focused on yourself again. Oh, I need to turn on ships. There we go. And what kind of communications are we getting? So apparently, oh yeah, we're bouncing back to Rescue Ship 3, in fact, who is then going back to McCall 2 to get us contact with Kerbin. Let's turn off that one because that's a bit easier to see. Yeah, so we go back to Rescue Ship 3. If we weren't going to Rescue Ship 3, we would have gone to McCall 1, and then so it's all good. So we got good communication at this stage. I think we can safely extend our solar panels now. And out they come. Luckily they are the right type. Don't need to worry about any of that. I went for the short stubby ones rather than the long thin ones. We got plenty of electricity and charging, so that's good. I'm just going to turn these probes off again, and we're going to warp to the plane change. Oh, let's stop that entirely. Let's grab a crew report, and we'll send that back. And we'll grab an EVA report while we're here, please. EVA report 12. We'll take that, and we're bored again. And then we will review the stored data and get that sent back. Perfect. Brilliant. I am going to EVA again and just see whether he's got the inventory. Yes, he's got it. That's good. Just in case we need it, just so that we know how to get it. Brilliant. Let's just see what it's like from his point of view. Bill. There's a window here somewhere. There it is. Not a lot to look at the moment, mate. But it's a bit prettier from here, isn't it? So we're on our way to the moon. There's our target. We are going to leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and join us in the next episode where we will be arriving at the moon and attempting to begin our orbital maneuvers to begin a landing. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please consider giving me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to hear about when I do some more videos. In the meantime, if you want to click on one of the other videos that I've done on a different game, then these are my latest ones. Please go ahead. Or if you click on the next video in this series, that'll take you directly to the next video in this series if I've done it and uploaded it. Thanks for watching.